Good day, ma'am. My name is Elliz N Perio from FM1D, and I am here to report for the GAMABA or the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan. So first, let's define what is GAMABA. In April 1992, the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan or the National Living Treasures Award was institutionalized through Republic Act No. 7355. Tasked with the administration and implementation of the award is the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, the highest policy-making and coordinating body for culture and the arts of the state. The NCCA, through the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan Executive Council, conducts the search for the finest traditional artists of the land, adopts a program that will ensure the transfer of their skills to others, and undertakes measures to promote a genuine appreciation of and instill pride among our people about the genius of the Manlilikha ng Bayan. So, the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan is institutionalized through a law, which is the Republic Act No. 7355, and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts is the one who implemented this award. So, the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan logo is stylized representation of the human form used in traditional cloth. Below the motif is the Manlilikha ng Bayan written in ancient Filipino script extensively used throughout the Philippines at the time of Western contact in the 16th century. So, the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan logo is written with the Manlilikha ng Bayan underneath it in the Bayan form. So, the criteria in becoming a GAMABA awardee. To become a Manlilikha ng Bayan, an individual or group candidate must possess a mastery of tools and materials needed for the traditional folk art and be a maker of works or extraordinary technical quality. Have consistently produced works of superior quality over significant period. Have engaged in traditional and folk art which has been in existence and documented for at least 50 years. So the GAMABA awardee should be a master of his doings, and he or she should do a traditional art or the folk art that existed for more than 50 years or for at least 50 years. And they should be consistent in making his or her art, and they should produce a lot more, or they should produce not just one art, but they should produce art consistently. So, letter D. Command, respect, and inspire administration of the country with his character and integrity. They should be respected by others, and they should represent the country respectively. Must have transferred or willing to transfer to other members of the community the skills in traditional and folk arts for which the community has become nationally known. However, a candidate who due to age or infirmity has left him, her, them incapable of teaching further his, her, their craft may still be recognized provided that he, she, they must possess the qualifications as enumerated above. So, the GAMABA awardee should be willing to teach others about the art, about the traditional art that he or she is doing. So if he or she is not capable of teaching anymore, he or she should at least pass the first 5 criteria of becoming a GAMABA awardee. So the GAMABA categories are maritime transport, carving, literature, ornament, weaving, performing arts, graphic and plastic arts, and poetry. But take note that it is not limited to these categories, and these are just the known categories for the GAMABA. Ad hoc panel of experts for GAMABA. To ensure a fair selection of potential awardees, the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan Council shall be assisted by an ad hoc panel of experts, consisting of experts in the traditional and folk arts categories. The names of those selected to become member of the ad hoc panel of experts shall be submitted to the NCCA Board of Commissioners for proper designation. The term of the members shall expire upon completion of the search and selection process. So, NCAA is not just the one who select the GAMABA awardee. Ad hoc panel of experts is there to help them. They are expert of the traditional folk arts, and ad hoc panel of experts is selected by the NCCA commissioner, and they are selected specifically because the GAMABA awardee is a very precious award that could be given to a Filipino citizen. So, benefits and privileges of a GAMABA awardee. For the individual awardee, the rank and title of Manlilikha ng Bayan as proclaimed by the President of the Philippines in accordance with the Executive Order Number 236 or Honors Code of the Philippines. So the GAMABA awardee have a rank and a title, and together with that is the GAMABA gold-plated medallion minted by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Together with the rank and the title, the GAMABA awardee is given also with the medallion for the individual awardee. Next is a lifetime emolument and materials and physical benefits comparable in value to those received by the highest officers of the land, such as a minimum cash award of 2,000 pesos net of taxes, a minimum lifetime personal monthly stipend of 50,000 pesos, a medical and hospitalization benefits not exceeding 750,000 pesos per year. So they are treated like a highest officers of the land, and they are given financial support for their living and for them to continue their work of art. And letter D, a state funeral, the arrangements for and the expenses of which shall be borne by the government upon the death of the Manlilikha ng Bayan. If the Manlilikha ng Bayan died, the government should have a state funeral. Letter E, a place of honor in line with protocol precedence in state functions, national commemoration ceremonies, and all other cultural presentations. So the GAMABA awardee is treated like what I said, a highest officer of the land, and they are well respected, and they are a greatest representation of our culture. So they should be treated nicely. So, the benefits and privileges of GAMABA awardee for the group awardee. And so, just like the individual awardee, the group awardee is given by the rank and title together with a GAMABA plaque for the group. A one-time award of 2,000 pesos net of tax. They are also given a financial award. The difference between the individual and the group awardee is that the group awardee should have only one representative to represent the whole group. Again, I am Elliz N Perio from FN1B, and I am one of the reporters for the GAMABA or the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan.
Janella Salamat, and ako po ay magre-report sa GAMABA awardees from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And the first one is GAMABA awardees from Luzon, si Eduardo Mutuk. Si Eduardo Mutuk is a metalsmith from Kapampangan, Apalit, Pampanga. Natanggap niya yung GAMABA Award noong 2004. Eduardo Mutuk is an artist who has dedicated his life to creating religious and secular art in silver, bronze, and wood. His intricately detailed retablos, mirrors, altars, and carrozas are in churches and private collections. A number of these works are quite large, some exceeding 40 feet, while some are very small and feature very fine and delicate craftsmanship. So, ito yung gawa ni Eduardo Mutuk, ang Pukpok of the Crucifix by Eduardo Mutuk. Crucifix is a representation of a cross with the figure of Jesus Christ on it. It emphasizes Jesus' sacrifices. And then the next one is the Candelabra metal piece by Eduardo Mutuk. Ito yung nag-hold sa candlesticks, ganun. Tapos the next one sa GAMABA Award is from Luzon pa rin is si Ginaw Bilog. Si Ginaw Bilog is a poet from Hanuno Mangyan, Panaytayan Oriental, Mindoro. Natanggap niya yung GAMABA Award noong 1993. Ginaw Bilog is an advocate in preserving the traditional form of his tribe called ambahan. Ambahan is a kind of poem that is sung consisting of 7-syllable lines which most of the time contains message of love and friendship. And pwede itong gamitin sa panliligaw, ganyan. An oral tradition is commonplace among indigenous cultural groups, but the ambahan has remained in existence today chiefly because it is etched on bamboo tubes using ancient Southeast Asian pre-colonial script called Surat Mangyan. And dito naman tayo sa GAMABA awardees from Visayas, si Federico Caballero. Si Federico Caballero is an epic chanter from Sulod Bukidnon, Kalinog, Iloilo. Natanggap niya yung GAMABA Award noong 2000. He preserved his community's oral tradition by tediously documenting epics of his ancestors that are in near danger of disappearance. Example of this oral literature are Labaw Dunggon and Humadapnon. One epic could take as much as 162 hours to recite, and Humadapnon is the longest epic to recite. 2 months of daily performances are required for it to be completely chanted. And sa GAMABA awardees from Mindanao, si Langdulay. Langdulay is a textile weaver from Tiboli, Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. Natanggap niya yung GAMABA Award noong 1998. Using abaca fibers as fine as hair, Langdulay speaks more eloquently than words can. Images from the distant past of her people, the Tibolis, are recreated by her nimble hands. Through her weaving, Langdulay does what she can to keep her people's traditions alive. Yung tinalak, a kind of fabric made up of fine abaca fibers weaved with different design which reflect the traditions of the Tiboli. And ito yung ng mga nagawa ni Langdulay. And ginawa nilang Dulay yan para makip ng mga tao yung traditions o para mabuhay pa rin yung traditions ng mga Tiboli. Tapos ito yung mga nagawa ni Langdulay. And then the last one is GAMABA Award is from Mindanao, si Samaon Sulaiman. Samaon Sulaiman is a musician from Maguindanao, Mama Sapano, Maguindanao. Natanggap niya yung GAMABA Award noong 1993. Master in playing the kutyapi, a 2-string flute. The kutyapi is one of the most difficult to master in the indigenous Filipino instruments. And si Samaon Sulaiman ay master niya na yung paggamit ng kutyapi. But yung mga indigenous Filipinos is sobrang hirap nito gamitin. Maguindanao Kutyapi music is rich in melodic and rhythmic invention, explores a wide range of timbres and sound phenomena, both human and natural, possesses a subtle and variable tuning system, and is deeply poetic in inspiration. And ito yung kutyapi. Meron siyang 2 string at ito yung ginagamit ni Samaon Sulaiman. Etong kutyapi. And yun lang po ang report namin ni Elliz. And thank you po.